Hey guys, welcome to our fourth podcast, or as Carlos likes to call it, the Quad Podcast. My name is Alejandra.
And I'm Carlos. And we are with Well Real Estate. And we're going to start off with one of our favorite subjects, Alejandra's VA question. So the question for you is, can a military member buy a house for a spouse while being out of state?
So a military member can buy a spouse a property here in Tucson or whatever state they're in while they're deployed or they're TDY. And the way that we end up doing this is they actually end up doing the process from wherever they're stationed at, and the spouse can also sign any documents, most likely through a power of attorney, but that is a possibility.
Does it matter if they already own a property? Like if somebody owns a property in one state, can they
purchase a property
in another state?
Yeah. Yes, they can actually purchase a property in another state, and it's actually quite easy. It's easier than purchasing a property in the same state.
Why is that?
Just because with the VA, you must have a reason why you're buying another property. So if it's in the same city, you must be upgrading your property, getting something bigger, getting something smaller. But if you're moving from state to state, there's no control over that, mostly because you're in the military and you have to go wherever military calls you. So that's definitely going to be an easier process from state to state.
That makes sense. There's just not as many limitations.
Correct.
Yeah, awesome.
So one of the things that I like to talk to you about is food. So what are your top 3 mom and pop restaurants here in Tucson?
Okay, so top 3 mom and pop shops here in Tucson, Arizona is number 3 for me is the Village Bakehouse. We've actually reviewed it. I think Alejandra has reviewed it before.
Yeah.
It has really, really nice pastries. Everything is freshly baked. There's really good coffee. There's a little bit of breakfast, a little bit of brunch. That's my number 3. My number 2 is Blue Willow. So Blue Willow is central. So we just hit a northwest spot. Now we're hitting a central spot, which Blue Willow has a little gift shop right at the beginning. The breakfast is really, really good. Also a nice little lunch or brunch spot. And then my number 1 spot and my favorite spot is La Buzz. Partly because that's where I've been the most, because I live on the northeast side of town and this is on the northeast side of Tucson. La Buzz has also wonderful pastries. It's got good breakfast. It's got a nice little vibe. Anyway, if you guys know of any other nice mom and pop restaurants, I know that we missed some really, really good ones. And so please put them in the comments below. We'd love to hear about what mom and pop shops you like here in town.
La Buzz, I think, is probably one of my favorites for sure. But you mentioned downtown. What do you think about that new train rail downtown?
Yep, so an interesting fact about Tucson is that we have a thing called the Sunlink, and this is actually a train that takes you from 4th Avenue to downtown, or downtown to 4th Avenue. It goes through University. It pretty much goes through all the party spots in town. It has 32 stops and it's free as of now. Anyway, if you guys are out and about, you want to get around quickly and easily, and you only have to park in one spot, and then you can pretty much go to all the bars that are available in that downtown area.
Yeah,
so,
just don't get too
cool.
Wasted.
Okay, yes, do not get too wasted. That's right. That is a personal recommendation. So Alejandra, I know you're always self-improving. You're always reading books. What book are you into right now? Give us the message.
So right now I'm reading Max Out Your Life by Ed Milet. And one of the quotes that I actually just read was, "Obsession becomes your possession." And right now that really hits home just because with business, the way that it is right now, with the whole NAR and everything going on, I think that right now we gotta obsess about real estate.
So pretty much if you're obsessing about, let's say that I'm obsessing about something negative, then what this means is that I'm going to possess those negative things, right?
Yeah.
So whatever I focus on is whatever I'm gonna get.
Yeah, right now we're trying to focus on the positivity. We wanna obsess about the positivity, bring that energy towards us, and then go ahead and close all these deals, right?
Absolutely. We're going to find a bunch of houses for people. We're going to help a lot of people sell houses. And so you mentioned the NAR thing. And so this leads us right into market update. And, you know, a lot of things are happening in the real estate market. But one of the buzzwords or buzz phrases that we're hearing a lot about right now is the NAR lawsuit. So essentially, this is a lawsuit that says that now agents need to negotiate their own commission. Before, we used to have sellers paying the full commission, so they would pay 6%, meaning 3% for the buyer, 3% for the sellers. And now it's going to be that buyers are going to pay their 3% and sellers are going to pay their 3%. And so this is going to affect the market. In my personal opinion, this is actually going to be a positive overall. We saw this happen in the mortgage world back in 2008 with the Dodd-Frank Act, and everybody thought that the real estate market was going to be over forever. And the reality is it just made the industry better. And I believe that the same thing is going to happen again. It's going to make the industry better. So there's no need to fear anything. We're always going to figure it out. You know, and real estate is the best investment that there is known to mankind. And so there's going to be a way for us to still be able to do what we're doing right now, but doing it in a better way. So what do you think about the NAR lawsuit, Alejandra?
Well, the Well team is definitely not going anywhere. So we'll be here if your current agent is not working anymore. I'm just kidding. So, no, but for real,
Yes, we
will be here, and we're gonna make sure that you guys just are taken care of, and we're gonna keep doing our job. It's not gonna stop anything for us.
Yep, that's right. Well, thank you guys very much for joining us. If you made it all the way to the end of this podcast, again, $1,000 of closing costs if you just write a comment and say, I saw it all the way to the end. Anyway, we love you guys.
Yes.
We'll see you guys on the next one.
Thank you guys.
See ya.